Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the third annual Brennan Middle School Winter Concert Series. Tonight you will hear performances from the 5th grade band, the 6th grade band, and the concert band made up of 7th and 8th graders. First up is the 5th grade band that started playing only 9 weeks ago. We hope you enjoy.
Our first selection for tonight is an American folk song called Hot Cross Buns. In our arrangement, the flutes and bells will begin by playing as a duet. The entire band then repeats from the beginning. We hope you enjoy.
Our next piece tonight is another American folk song called Rolling Along. Did you know the theme Merrily We Roll Along was used in the theme for Warner Brothers Looney Tunes cartoons? We hope that you enjoy our version of Rolling Along. That's all, folks.
Our next piece for tonight is called Go Tell Aunt Rhody. This song originated as a play party song in New England during the colonial times. The original accompaniment was some good old-fashioned hand clapping. Here is Go Tell Aunt Rhody.
Next is a fun piece called Listen to Our Sections. You will hear the melody of this piece get passed around to every section in the band. Everyone comes together at the end for a final chord. Here, let's listen to our sections.
Thank you.
Our final piece tonight is the holiday classic Jingle Bells. Did you know Jingle Bells was the first song in outer space? In 1965, Gemini 6 astronauts broadcasted a version of the song from outer space played by harmonica and bells. I wonder if they saw Santa up there. Please enjoy Jingle Bells.
The sixth grade band's first selection tonight is called 12 the Clock Strikes. This piece is based on the famous Westminster Chimes melody. The melody was made for a new clock tower that was being built in Cambridge, England in 1793. Okay, can you stop that? Here's 12 the Clock Strikes.
Our final piece tonight is a version of Jingle Bells straight from Latin America we like to call Santa Samba.
In this piece, the low brass carries the bass line, while the percussion section with conga drums and claves lay down the samba feel.
We hope to make you feel warm with Santa Samba. Thanks for all of your support.
Perfect. All right, thank you so much. Thank you. As we're waiting for, we just need a couple more music stands. As you can see, this group's a little bit bigger. And so 7th and 8th graders, these guys have done an excellent job, along with the 5th and 6th graders. Raise your hand in this group if this is your first year playing your instrument. So a couple 8th graders and 7th graders, great. Raise your hand. Raise your hand if this is the second year you have played your instrument. So you're joining last year. Raise your hand if this is the third year you've played your instrument. And raise your hand if you've been playing for more than 10 years. Hey.
Music gives a soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and life to everything. This quote from the great thinker and philosopher Plato is the inspiration for Brian Balmage's beautiful piece called Wings to the Mind. This fanfare-style piece is meant to create the powerful imagery and celebratory nature of this quote. We hope we can do it justice. Here's one of our favorites, Wings to the Mind.
Our next piece is called Dragon Slayer. This exciting music adventure is set to the key of E in the minor that uses only 6 notes. Dragon Slayer offers percussion instruments like the toms and break drums and mild dissonance to complete a documentary sound. Here's Dragon Slayer. Thank you.
As we conclude, I want to talk about the MTK's donation fundraiser. Each concert, we leave an empty instrument case open for cash donations to help our programs. These funds go straight back to our programs and are used for band supplies, instrument repair, t-shirts, sheet music, new instruments, and much more.
Any little amounts help, and if you don't have cash tonight, we have our new and improved QR code set up digital payment. Thank you again for your support.
Our last selection for tonight is a medley called Jingle Cowbells. Yes, everyone loves the festive sound of the sleigh bells.
But not everyone appreciates the sound of another bell, the cowbell. Along with these two glorious instruments, the band plays through a number of common folk and holiday tunes.
Please enjoy the battle for the bell supremacy. Happy holidays and thanks for your support.
Hello, hello, hello. How are we? Yeah? Wow, that's a good response for a Monday night. That feels good. All right, cool. First and foremost, thank you so much for being here. We couldn't be more thankful to have you guys here to see the incredible progress that the BMS chorus has made over this year. Typically, we do things split up. Usually we'll do 5th and 6th and then 7th and 8th, but we try to kind of keep a tradition here. This is a tradition I borrowed from my high school when chorus did their winter concert. And this is kind of a little bit of like a little bit of an illusion that happens with this. So to get us off the risers every once in a while, sometimes we like to just kind of sit in the audience with you as much as we can. We're going to do a rendition of Silent Night, and we hope you enjoy. here. Okie dokie. It's never like a perfect process. We kind of like figure this out as we go, but it's getting better and better every year. It feels a little bit more collective and calm. So I'd like to introduce the 5th and 6th grade chorus. We tend to kind of split things up here. 5th and 6th grade usually performs together, and then 7th and 8th grade usually performs together. We usually try to perform a variety of different songs, some of which kind of are more akin to the holiday season, kind of like what we did with Silent Night, and others that are a little bit more outdated. And by outdated, I mean from like 2 months ago from Halloween. This is a song we kept around because somebody had suggested it at some point, and it kind of just stuck. We kind of just kept doing it, and then people were like, I want to do a solo here, solo here, solo here. So we're like, you know what? Halloween doesn't get a lot of attention. It only gets that one little day out of that 1 month. And I know that, the holidays are pretty much the same, but why not? So we're going to perform a rendition of Monster Mash. Not only do we have the version of Monster Mash up here, but we also have several different soloists that are going to be taking care of all the spoken lines in between the verses and the chorus. So please enjoy our rendition of Monster Mash.
From a slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise, he did the mash. He did the monster mash, the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. He did the mash. It caught on in a flash. He did the mash. He did the monster mash. From my laboratory in the castle east to the master bedroom where the vampires feast, our ghouls all came from their humble abodes to get a jolt from my electrodes. He did the mash, he did the monster mash, the monster mash. He was a graveyard smash, he did the mash. He got on in the flash, he did the mash, he did the monster mash. The zombies were having fun. The party had just begun. Guests included Wolfman, Dracula, and his son.
Scene was rocking, we were digging the sound. Igor chained back by his baying hounds. The coffin dangers were about to arrive with the local group, the Crypt Kicker 5.
The monster mash, the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash, they did the mash. It got on in a flash, they played the mash. They did the monster mash. Out from his coffin Jack's voice did ring. Seems he was troubled by just one thing. He opened the lid and shook his fist and said, whatever happened to my Transylvania twist? He did the monster mash, the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash, he did the mash. It got on in a flash, he did the mash. He did the monster mash. Now everything's cool, Drax part of the band, and my monster mash is the hit of the land. For you, the living, the mash is meant to. When you get to my door, tell him boys sent you. He did the monster mash, the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash, he did the mash. He got on in a flash, he did the mash. He did the monster mash, wow. 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 Monster mash.
You did the mash. It's stuck in my head for a while. Awesome.
So, as we kind of go into this, we started with the Monster Mash. Like, okay, cool, Halloween stuff's fun. All right, let's get that out of here. Let's actually move a little bit more closer towards the holiday sort of stuff. But I know that's what everybody wants to hear nowadays. Everybody's really into, all the Mariah Carey and all the stuff that's coming out. I get it. We'll do it. This was a tune that I actually happened to stumble across when I was teaching my 7th grade general music. And it just happened to stick. We were talking about Chuck Berry. He did a rendition of this song way while back. And I was like, that'd be great for 5th and 6th grade course. I feel like that'd be a great time. So we are going to do a song called Run, Rudolph, Run. We hope you enjoy it. Cool. Awesome. So we have one more song for you. And this one was kind of like a little bit out of left field. If you kind of figured out who I am, I'm a little bit younger than most people, which means I'm very much into the video game scene. And one of the things that I kind of fell in love with was video games. It was one of the kind of big ticket items that I had kind of gone into, and that and film music and stuff like that. So I found this little chart kind of hanging around, and it was a cover of a well-known song that just happened to really kind of stick with me for a few years. I just happened to find the actual original of it, which was kind of cool. We're going to do a song here that most of you may know, especially if you're into the movie scene and you watch a lot of movies. This is the song In Dreams from Lord of the Rings.
Boy, 4 years of doing this, and all of a sudden get a really good sense of how to get a revolving door going. Yeah. All right, so this is our 7th and 8th grade course. Not much is different between 5th and 6th grade. We do talk about some more complicated concepts. Specifically, if you've been here a while, if this is your child's 3rd or 4th year doing this, you know the concept of the 2-part harmony train. And that's the Mr. B always talks about 2-part harmony, 2-part harmony, 2-part harmony. Only for the reason that it sounds so good. When we put it all together and those ears really click, it's amazing. So, we're going to sing a few different renditions for you this time around. I want to make sure my music's in order so that I don't end up picking the wrong song. Yeah, there we go. So, we're going to start off with another Halloween special. So, much like how we did Monster Mash, I had a really kind of big thing to try and get something that was closer to the holidays or Halloween season, especially at the time that we were rehearsing it. And these guys did so well with it that we just got to a point where we stuck with it. So, please enjoy our rendition of Spooky Scary Skeletons.
Shrieking skulls will shock your soul and seal your doom tonight.
All right, moving on. This is kind of like where we get into the hodgepodge of different things that we all try and kind of do. In the selections that we pick, we also try to pick things that are a little bit more modern. If you can call this next song modern, I'm not sure that's anywhere near relevant anymore. But the reason why we picked this next song is because of the legendary Sly Stone passing away earlier this year, around the same time that Ozzy Osbourne did. So, being the funk guy that I am, and the heavy metal guy that I am, those two are very impactful to that type of music. So we figured that we paid a little bit of homage to Sly and Henry Stone and what he kind of left back in his legacy. This also features some soloists. They're going to do it a little bit more kind of like a small group little singer. They're going to take care of some parts in there that allow us to kind of have that little Sly Stone sound. So please enjoy our rendition of Everyday People.
Sometimes I'm right, and I can be wrong. My own beliefs are in my songs. The butcher, the banker, the drummer, and then makes no difference what group I'm in. I am everyday people. Yeah, yeah. There is a blue one that can't accept the green one for living with the big one, trying to be a skinny one. Different strokes for different folks, and so on and so on. And Scooby Dooby Dooby, ooh, sha sha. We've got to live together. I am no better, and neither are you. We're all the same, whatever we do. You love me, you hate me, you know me, and then you can't figure out the bag I'm in. I'm everyday people. Yeah, 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 yeah. There is a long hair that doesn't like the short hair for being such a rich one. Will not help the poor one. Different shows, we're different folks, and so on and so on. And Scooby Dooby Dooby, ooh, sha sha. We've got to live together. There is a yellow one that won't accept the black one, that won't accept the red one, that won't accept the white one. Different strokes for different folks, and so on and so on. And Scooby Dooby Dooby, ooh, sha sha. I am everyday people. Yeah, yeah. I am everyday people. Sing it, everybody. I am everyday people.
All right, move around. Yeah, you guys can stand up front the entire time. All right, so this is the point in our program where we do kind of get closer and closer to the end. It feels like we're losing by every time we do this. But I want to extend a few heartfelt thank yous to a lot of people here. And if I forget anybody, just know that we all deeply appreciate everybody in this room. First of all, we're going to always thank the people up top. Lauren Regan, Dave Sawyer, they're the ones that helped make this possible. They're the ones that are actually considering having these in here. Our administrators, Mr. Noah Collins is here tonight, but also Don Green and Sheila Yangambi. They're the ones that support us on a daily basis. I'd like to thank Ms. Torres and the high schoolers who have been helping out tonight, as well as other Brennan Middle School staff who have also helped us out. They've been a tremendous help in kind of bringing everybody together. And lastly, but certainly not least, I would like to thank all of you. Your support over the last 4 years has made this program possible, and without you, we wouldn't be here. So, round of applause to all of you. All right, we got one more song to close out the night. This was a choice that I kind of had it on back burner for a while. It was kind of sitting in the back closet, and I was looking through stuff, like, oh, can we sing this here, sing this here? I'm like, you know what, let's see what 7th and 8th grade think of this song. And they ended up kind of just like really gravitating to it. A lot of them were like, oh, I know that song, I know that artist. So trying to do something a little bit more concurrent to the current day and age. This is Golden Hour by I think that's just I think that's just the artist. I think it's changed. Golden Hour, thank you.